All right, so I got this project coming out this Saturday, 7/3/21, and that's important information because the album is kind of based on that math formula, which I'll get to in a later video. But this one about the cover art, which I'm excited about, done by Steezo. You might know him as DJ Steezo if you are aware of the hip hop scene, Chicago underground hip hop scene. He did a lot of things, and I first met Steezo through a good friend of mine, Lynn, and she gave me a mixtape of his, a hand-drawn mixtape, and later on he was part of this crew called the Vinyl Addicts that I did a lot of stuff with, rapping on their mixtapes, including Steezo's Mental Abrasions. I do like 2 verses on there, and Lynn is on one of the intros to one of those verses. The one I recorded that, and also Steezo for a brief period was a Savage Intellect DJ. He was my DJ. We only ended up doing one rough demo of a song, Broken Spirits, like '98. But he went on to DJ Rubber Room and do other stuff as a DJ battles and all that. But he also was doing a lot of design for Rubber Room, Jaybird's mixtape, Beneath the Surface, All Natural, I Am Asmara, Green Weeds, Radic Static, The Moment, Doug Infinite Project that was on Family Tree. So he did like a lot of art. And as for this cover image for this, I had the image in my head since about 97, 98 when I was starting this project. I think before, when I was working on the album before this, I had this idea based on the name Savage Intellect, which I gotta explain at some point. But I knew I wanted to be like an old, like almost medieval looking scale. And on the scale, I wanted a brain and some kind of beast for the savage side, whether, perceived as a savage side. A dragon or a gargoyle. I knew it was probably going to one of those two. So that with the brain weighing down on the left-hand side. So the brain is under the word savage and the beast is under the word intellect to show contrast, but also to just like, because what I'm doing a lot with this album is like just challenging perceptions, and including my own. And people might think that the brain is weighing down. Obviously, the brain should not be heavier than a whole beast, right? But so it might seem like I'm saying the brain holds more weight or is more important, and that's a philosophy that has some merit. But the other side of it is, for me personally, and certainly for others, sometimes what holds me back or slows me down is that I overthink. I have a problem with overthinking, so the brain weighs me down, where I should just rely on my instincts, which the savage might do in the wild. Like what we call savage sometimes is just something that lives under different rules and thinks differently. So I was just challenging the idea with how the image would look, and Steezo basically brought that picture that I had in my head for 20 years to life. We had talked about, I think we talked about it back then, but I don't know if I ever even gave him the concept. So I literally reached out to him a few months ago, told him I was going to do this, and he was down to do it. So man, thank you very much, Steezo. He killed it. Of course, it's purple, my favorite color, so that made sense too. But that is the story behind the artwork, and I think it came out great.